Hello everyone. I welcome you all for the session 2 of Unit 6, that is Logic Families, of the subject Digital Electronics for the third semester. In the previous session, that is in the session 1, uh, we have discussed the concept of IC, the advantages as well as the disadvantages of ICs, and we have introduced the concept of logic families, and we have classified the logic families based on the technique which has been used to construct them. So in this session, we will be discussing the logic family specifications in a total of six. In a total, uh, six specifications will be discussed in this session, and after that, we will be discussing few multiple choice questions. The first specification is propagation delay. Propagation delay of the gate is basically the time interval between the application of input pulse and the occurrence of resulting output pulse. ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is basically a time interval. ಅಂದ್ರ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಂದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೋ ತನಕ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್, ಅದರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್, ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The propagation delay is an important characteristic of the logic circuit because it limits the speed at which they can operate. Obviously, if the propagation delay is more, then obviously it is going to limit or it is going to reduce the speed with which they can operate. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೀಡು, ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The propagation delay is determined using two basic time intervals. One is referred as TPLH, which is nothing but this is the delay time measured when output is changing from logic 0 to logic 1, that is low to high. Andra TPLH in the sense propagation time or propagation delay whenever the output is changing its state from L to H. L to H andra low to high. Similarly, there is one more interval TPHL. This is the delay time measured when the output is changing from logic 1 to 0, that is from high to low. Here H and L, it indicates high to low. Sometimes in most of the cases, the TPLH and TPHL both will not be equal. In such a scenario, the larger value is considered as propagation delay time for the logic gate. Means among the TPLH and the TPHL, which one is maximum, that will be considered as the propagation delay of the gate. So here you can see from the figure, this is basically the timing waveform for the inversion gate, that is nothing but NOT gate. So here, as you can see, there are two time intervals, TPHL and TPLH. So here propagation delays are usually measured at the midpoint between the L and H values. Let us say this is the H value, and this is the lowest value, that is L value. So in between these two, that is the midpoint, is nothing but which is taken in between the H and L value. As you can see here from the input, so here the input is changing from 0 to 1 or low to high. This is the point where the input is getting changed from. This is the midpoint has to be taken. So here from this point, the input is changing its value from low to high. As you already know the operation of NOT gate, for input 0 you will get an output 1, and for input 1 you will get an output 0. It does the inversion operation. So ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ input ನ reverse ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So here you can see This is the time where we apply the input pulse, and the input pulse is changing its value from 0 to 1. And this is the point where we get the resulting change in the output pulse. That is 1 ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Again the midpoint is taken. So the duration between ಅಂದ್ರೆ the duration between this is the application of input pulse and this is the resulting output pulse. So here the output is changing its value from high to low. So this one is referred as TPHL. Similarly, here you can see again here the input is changing its value from 1 to 0. This is the point. This is the point where it is changing its value from high to low. This is at the input side, and the resulting change in the output is observed here, where it is changing its value from 0 to 1. This one is indicated, this duration is indicated as TPLH. Here the midpoints are taken. Usually the delays are measured from the midpoints. So here the TPHL and TPLH are the two time intervals. So total propagation delay ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ propagation delay ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. As you can see from the figure here, TPHL is somewhat smaller than TPLH, so that's why the propagation delay here it will be purely TPLH. So this is about the propagation delay. Next one is the fan out. The fan out is defined as the maximum number of inputs or load that can be connected to the output of the gate without degrading the normal operation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗೇಟಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟಂತ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ if the gate is having a maximum driving capability as 4 ಅಂದಾಗ you can see an example from here. If the logic gate is having a fan out of 4, it can drive at the maximum 4 logic inputs only. ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಹೌ ದ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ in the output of the gate and the amount of current needed in each input of the connecting gate. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡು ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ದೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿ ಮಾಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಕರೆಂಟು, ಇಫ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ if you connect the number of gates whose driving ability is lesser than that, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಗೇಟಿಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಾಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್. ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ the driving ability of NOT gate here is 4. That's why you can connect at the maximum of 4 gates here. So its output is connected at the maximum of 4 input gates here. So ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it results in malfunctioning of the output. Next one is fan in. Fan in is defined as the maximum number of inputs that a logic gate can accept. Maximum ಎಷ್ಟು accept ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಗೇಟು, ಅದೇ ಅದರದ್ದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ fan in ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. If the number of input exceeds, the output will be undefined or incorrect. And it is specified by the manufacturer and is provided in the data sheet. Usually the fan in as well as the fan out, the information will be provided by the manufacturer in the data sheet. Data sheet ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Here let us say we have a NAND gate here. Here it has got a fan in of 4, means at the maximum we can connect 4 number of inputs. If you connect one more input, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು input connect ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you may not get the correct result or you may get the wrong result at the output. So that's why before making use of any logic, any ICs or any gates, first we have to see the data sheet provided by the manufacturer. We have to understand their fan in capability as well as the fan out capability. Then only you can expand the logic system effectively without degrading the output. Next one is power dissipation. The amount of power that IC dissipates is determined by the average supply current ICC that it draws from the VCC ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ VCC ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ POCs and usually it will be 12 volt for POCs. So 5 ಇರಬಹುದು 12 ಇರಬಹುದು 14 ಇರಬಹುದು. So like this the VCC may vary. How much amount of current that the IC is withdrawing or IC is drawing from the supply, that will tell you the amount of power or the amount of power that IC is going to dissipate. It is basically, as you already know from the basic electronics, that uh, the power will be given by the formula P will be equal to V into I. That is the amount of current withdrawn or the amount of current drawn from the supply voltage, that is V into I. For ICs, that's the value of IC for low gate output. As you can see, the output of the gate can be either in low or it can be in high state. Whenever the output of the logic gate is in low state, then the amount of current withdrawn is referred as I with subscript ICCL. Similarly, whenever the output is maintained at high state, the amount of current that is drawn from the VCC is, let us say it is ICCH. Then the average current that is drawn from the VCC supply will be calculated as ICC average will be equal to the ICCH plus the ICCL divided by 2. This will give you the average current. Then the average power dissipation will be calculated as PD average which will be equal to the average current drawn from the VCC supply VCC. So ICC average into VCC. Usually it will be measured in watts, milliwatts. Next, and the important thing is the voltage parameters. So here we can see the characteristics, input as well as output characteristics of the a particular gate. So from the input characteristics, so here you ನೋಡಬಹುದು. So VIH mean ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ first. This is VIH mean. What is this VIH mean ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is the minimum voltage level required for the logic 1 at an input. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ, this is the minimum voltage required to consider it as a logic high input. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿನ ಈ ರೇಂಜ್ ಕಿನ, this is the range, ಈ ರೇಂಜ್ ಗಿಂತ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ that is considered as logic 1. Any voltage which falls below this, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿನ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್, that won't be considered as logic 1 input, that will be considered as logic, or that won't be considered as logic 1 input ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Similarly, VIL max, low level input voltage. So low level input voltage ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು VIL max. It is the maximum voltage level required for the logic 0 at an input. ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is the maximum voltage required to consider the input as logic 0. So any voltage below this will be considered obviously as 0, and whenever the voltage it exceeds the VIL max, that won't be considered as logic 0. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, logic 0 ಅಂತ ಕರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. This is about the input characteristics. And similarly, if you see the output characteristics here, in the output characteristics we have two parameters, that is VOH mean, that is high level output voltage. So this is the high level output voltage, VOH mean. It is the minimum voltage level at the logic circuit output in a logical 1 state under defined load condition. This is the minimum voltage required to consider the output as logic high. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಈ VOH mean ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ that will be considered as 1, logic 1 ಅಂತ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And the next parameter is VOL max, that is, this is the VOL max. So it is the maximum voltage level at the logic circuit output in the logical 0 state under defined load condition. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು ನೀವು VOL max. So this is the maximum voltage required. ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the voltage is below the VOL max will be considered as logic 0 output. So our logic 0 state anta karitare output na. So if the voltage exceeds the VOL max, that won't be considered as logic 0 output. So these are the few voltage parameters with respect to the input and output characteristics of a logic gate. Now let us see the next parameter, that is next specification, which is nothing but noise margin. The noise margin is the amount of noise that could be added to the to a worst case output such that the signal can still be interpreted as valid input. Worst case nalli maximum ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವು noise na add ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಿರಬಹುದು. In most of the cases the signal will be affected by unwanted signal, which is nothing but noise. Maximum ಎಷ್ಟು noise na add ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, so ಎಷ್ಟು noise na output ನಲ್ಲಿ add ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, that is you can see here the maximum amount of noise that could be added to the worst case output ನಲ್ಲಿ add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು maximum add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ if it is still interpreted as valid input ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so that is considered as its noise margin. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, noise margin ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. There are two kinds of noise margins are there: high state noise margin as well as low state noise margin, that is indicated as VNH and VNL. The VNH is nothing but it is the difference between high level minimum high level output voltage and the minimum high level input voltage. So the high state noise margin is the difference of the minimum high level output voltage and the minimum high level input voltage. Similarly, there is one more noise margin, that is VNL, which is nothing but low state noise margin, which is the difference of maximum low level input voltage and maximum low level output voltage. So these are the two noise margins, the low state noise margin as well as the high state noise margin. The noise margin, it predicts the noise immunity of the circuit. The next one and the important one is nothing but speed power product. So the speed power product is also called as figure of merit of the IC. So it is used to measure or compare the overall performance of the IC family. So whenever you want to compare one logic family with another logic family, this is the best parameter that can be considered to compare their performances. Usually the ICs, it is the product of the propagation delay and the power dissipation per gate. It is desirable to have shorter gate propagation delays. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ICs ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಡಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್. So power dissipation, we want the ICs to dissipate less power. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಡಿಲೇನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಪವರ್ ಡಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಕುಂತಾನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಯೂಸಲಿ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ IC will be measured in nanosecond, or you can say the propagation delay is measured in nanosecond, and the power dissipation will be of the order of few milliwatts. So whenever you do the multiplication of the power, the multiplication of propagation delay with the power dissipation or with the power, you will get an energy, or you will get the speed power product, which is expressed in picojoules. Now let us discuss few multiple choice questions. The first one is, a device with short propagation delay has option A high speed, low speed, option C infinite speed, and option D none of the above. As we know that the propagation delay as well as the speed are exactly opposite to each other, means a device with shorter propagation delay will be having higher speed. High speed is the option. Option A is the answer. A 7 input gate has a fan in off. A 7 input gate in the sense the driving capability is 7. So obviously the fan in will be 7. The third one, the noise immunity dash dash with noise margin. So whether the noise immunity increases or whether it decreases or whether it remains constant or whether it remains constant with the noise margin ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ usually the noise immunity it increases with noise margin. The noise margin it indicates the maximum amount of garbage value that can be added in the output. So obviously it increases. The noise immunity is going to increase. Increasing the fan out of PZT reduces. Option A, output high voltage. Option B, output low voltage. Option C, input high voltage. And option D, the input low voltage. Here the answer would be the first one, that is output high voltage. So increasing fan out of BJT it reduces output high voltage. From the following, which family has the maximum fan out? The maximum driving capability ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, so is it a TTL family or is it an ECL family or is it an CMOS or is it both A and B? The answer would be option C, which is nothing but CMOS family has got the maximum fan out capability. Question number 6. The delay times are measured between the dash percentage voltage levels of the input and output waveforms. So this one I have told you while discussing the propagation delay in the and we have explained the concept using a not gate waveform. So here also the same thing is asked here, whether we consider the voltage levels, which percentage voltage levels for the measurement of the propagation delay anta nododadre 50%, options B 75%, option C 25%, and option D 100%. The answer here is 50%. Seventh one, the propagation delay is defined as option A, time taken for the output of a gate to change after the inputs have changed. Option B, time taken for the input of a gate to change after the outputs have changed. Option C, the time taken for the input of a gate to change after the intermediates have changed. Option D, the time taken by the output of a gate to change after the intermediates have changed. So here the propagation delay is nothing but it is the time interval, or you can say it is the time taken for an output of the gate to change after the inputs have changed. So option A is the answer. Question number 8. Suppose that the digital IC family has a fan out of 6. It implies that the gate can supply the current to dash dash of the same family. Option A 6 inputs, option B 6 outputs, option C 12 nodes, option D 12 branches. Here the answer would be the first one, 6 inputs. If it has a fan out of 6 means it can sufficiently provide the current which is capable to drive 6 inputs of the same family gate. With this I am going to conclude the session. I want to thank you one and all.